Hello everybody, vanburman here. Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to talk about I guess a little bit about customer service and perception on things as well. And basically I was inquiring to a company about their services. Sounds very sleazy now, but it's not. And I sent them an email last night around 6 o'clock ish, inquiring about it, and I just did the normal thing as I would do, put my name on the bottom as everyone does, regards, and I thought by the morning I would get some sort of reply. Now I didn't. So I was a bit baffled by this, and because I was checking about availability. So I went on to a third-party site, so a site that deals with booking through that company, to see if the available dates were available. See if the dates were available, and turns out they were, which is what I inquired about. So I then proceeded to ring them up and said, I would like to make a booking for that specific date, which I knew was available. And the person on the phone just said, sorry, there's no more spaces available, and that's it for that date. And I didn't really get a chance to argue. I just sort of said, okay, fine. So I then went onto my other email account and I inquired about booking on that specific date. But at the end of my name, because I have a law degree, although you could do it anyway, but you shouldn't do it anyway because it's wrong and you're lying, but I put LLB after my name, which of course equates to the law degree that I have. So upon doing that, within about 10-15 minutes I had a reply back from the same company, I believe from the same lady as well actually, saying, yeah, that's fine, we can book you in, whatever, on that date. And yeah, and it all got sorted. So the thing I'm trying to say is that when I write an email normally, without any sort of formalities to it, I don't get any response. When I ring up without arguing the point, I don't get anything. But then when I send an email and make it more formal and a bit more official, I mean the context, the sort of like base text of the two emails were very, very similar. Obviously I had to change it up because I was using a different email address. But it does beg the question, as in why isn't customer service done on the same sort of quality level throughout? And I was a bit shocked by it, if I'm honest, and a bit disappointed in this company. We'll have to see if if what I'm booking with them is good. If it's not, then I'll probably end up slamming them for this. But I just think that for people who don't have the ability to, who don't have anything extra to put to make it more formal, to make it more important, then what are they supposed to do? I mean, obviously the two best ones to have are well, the Queen, and mostly the Queen, also Sir and Lord as well would be very useful. So the point is that the point I'm trying to make is that it's not really quite good enough from a customer service point of view with this company. And it's not just this one that I've had the same issue with. There's been other people, just normal people as well, for example, that I contacted, and other companies. Yeah. So that's my point basically on it. I think that companies need to be better throughout, rather than just for people that they believe are a higher caliber of customer. It does really annoy me as well, because it is a form of discrimination, and I don't think any sort of discrimination is acceptable, depending on your, I don't know, I guess it depends on your business. For example, if there was a certain if there was someone with a specific, for example, disability that couldn't take part for health reasons or whatever in whatever you're offering, then it's not discrimination to say you can't do this because it wouldn't be safe for you to be able to do it. So that sort of thing is discrimination. But when it's discrimination against someone who has a law degree, or I guess someone who has a title, and someone who doesn't have a title, it's not good enough. And I would like to see a change in this. And when after I've been to the company in question, I'm going to probably write them a letter afterwards. Well, not a letter, or send them an email about my experience there. Because it will also help the company as well. I'll probably send it to someone a bit higher up than the sales team, but I think that it's useful for companies to get that sort of feedback, and many of them don't get it. So, yeah. On a bit of a side note, actually, for those of you who didn't know, I used to work at the local football stadium, and I was basically told not to come back because I wasn't liked by upper management. I haven't said this before on YouTube, actually, so this is quite interesting. And it turns out that the guy who had said that to me is actually now leaving the company, I believe. So I don't know whether he was asked to leave or whether he's leaving on his own volition, but it's not a bad thing, because quite frankly, with an attitude like that, if you're willing to get rid of someone who was, willing to get rid of any of us that were working there at the time, and willing to put in the hours and the effort necessary to make it work. 15-hour shifts are not nice to do, especially when it comes into like babysitting 21 staff. Well, some of them needed babysitting, not all of them. I think there's a little bit of just desserts there, slightly, for that. But I'm far more happy where I am now, at any rate. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Sorry I look a bit washed out. I think it's because there's not a huge amount of lighting in here, and I think the webcam has decided it's going to make me look very, very white and very washed out, and my nose looks really red. But I do have a cold still, which is probably why my nose is a bit red. But nevertheless, thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you very soon.